5 at Ascot. It's a 72 plus over the 1400 metres. And Mark, last time we saw two of these gallopers going head to head, there wasn't too much between them.
No, there wasn't. Maginica and of course Corporate Larrikin we speak of. Corporate Larrikin got the better of Maginica. Let's have a look at that replay.
Straight Corporate Larrikin led the way. Here comes Maginica throwing down the gauntlet. Settlers Creek back near the fence, infatuated, battling away. Corporate Larrikin giving back as a great side though. He kicks again, Corporate Larrikin. He's beaten off Maginica. Corporate Larrikin in front, and it's Corporate Larrikin all the way. Beat Maginica.
Good performance there by Corporate Larrikin. It was a day that you wanted to be out in front, and we mentioned in the preview that with the way conditions are going, that if Taylor Stone could just ride this horse perfectly out in front and kick at the top of the straight, they may be too strong, and that's exactly how it played out. Maginica couldn't have lost any supporters in that race. It was a really good performance there. They get the weight swing here. They draw a nice gate. I think Maginica can turn the tables.
One thing that has to be noted out of that run, though, you saw in the replay, Maginica had a long way of the straight to run down Corporate Larrikin and couldn't get the job done. Loved the way Taylor Stone on that occasion let this galloper just bowl along out in front under his own rhythm and tempo, and he got the job done nicely. Kate Whitten takes over here. I think it's out of those two again. Maginica was good. The first up run was excellent. Might have just been a little bit flat second up as well. We've also got in the race, Adam, number 5 there, So Who's Harry, has had a trial between runs since leading at Pinjarra and fading late behind Mambuka. Wasn't the day to lead there.
Really like this horse, So Who's Harry. Has had 5 starts at the distance with 5 victories. Has won 6 from 14. Wasn't the day to lead, as you mentioned, but also wasn't the day to have to do all the work from barrier 14 and cross and lead. So now they get barrier 4, the first time they'll ever run at Ascot. I think So Who's Harry is definitely a winning chance.
Adam, you're on top selections.
I'm going to go with number 7, Maginica. From 5, So Who's Harry. Number 8, Settlers Creek. And 4, Infatuated.
I've got the 7 on top as well, Maginica. From number 1, Corporate Larrikin. 5, So Who's Harry. And number 4, Infatuated.
Race number 6 at Ascot. It's over the 1600 metres mark. Another intriguing affair. We've got a horse that just sort of jumped out of the ground last start in Verve de Vega, but one that we saw flash home late, and that's the one we're taking a replay.
Yeah, it was the eye catcher, wasn't it, Adam? Politics running third only a week ago behind Foreseen.
To go, Foreseen led the way from Card Night. Checkers on the inside, Helms Gate in the middle. Further back, long overdue, Deuce Zachetsky, but Foreseen shrugged them off with 100 left to go. Foreseen had got away from Helms Gate. Foreseen clear from Helms Gate. Politics coming late, but all the way for Foreseen. Foreseen.
Really good performance by Politics on that occasion. We've seen that this horse is capable of doing it, but it's just so inconsistent at times. It was well back on that occasion, was nice speed in the race. Got home in 35.6 and looked really impressive. And from that race, you go, well, step up in distance, and it's going to be pretty hard to beat. But as I've said, we've seen this for a long time by Politics throughout its career. It can definitely win the race, but you couldn't be too confident.
Our on top selection here, Adam, is the 3-year-old number 8, Verve de Vega. Loved its run last start in the Challenge Stakes, and that form line has been well and truly franked. Was beaten by Precious Memories, beat home Gangbuster on that occasion, and I dare say either of those would blitz this field, so it looks very hard to beat.
Yeah, still a bit of a concern for mine when you've only won the one from 12 starts and then you're racing the older horses as well. It was a good performance, was caught late. There's another extra 100 metres here which throwing a few concerns, but to be honest, I think this is still a horse that's going to be on the up compared to others where they've probably reached their mark, and that's a reason why I'm happy to go with the 3-year-old.
Number 6, Culver in here as well. Second up, I'm expecting good improvement from the first up run. I like the first up run, hit the line well, and we know she's well bred, of course. I have to a Malfi Lass as well. Barrier 11 will go back and run on strongly, I think.
Yeah, I was with you. I think the performance was quite good. Moved up nicely in the run. You probably thought the top of the straight this horse was going to win. Was just a bit flat for 100 metres and then again knuckled down over those final 150. So I thought that was good signs leading into a race like this. Barrier 11 with good speed. Again, they can just work into it nicely, and stepping up to the 1600 metres also a positive. But I'm going to go with the 3-year-old, as you mentioned, Verve de Vega. From number 14 here, Medom. Number 4, Politics, and 6, Culverin.
8 on top for me here, Verve de Vega as well. From the 4, Politics. Number 12, Captain Bonehead from the Good Draw. And number 6, Culverin.
Race number 7 at Ascot. It is the listed JC Roberts Stakes over the 1800 metres mark. We've seen a couple of these going head to head now in recent weeks, so we've got a really good form guide coming into the race.
Yeah, we certainly do. Out of the Challenge Stakes and of course the Lex Piper Stakes, but the Lex Piper run's the one we'll have a look at, and Gangbuster being mighty impressive on a day where it was tough to run on.
His time is gone, then Final Salute, who's trying to stretch out, but Regazo Dioro is clear. Western Temple's giving chase, and now Gangbuster hooks around them, gets into the clear and finishes hard. So Western Temple, Regazzo Dioro about to be joined by Gangbuster. Western Temple's fighting hard, but Gangbuster with a head in front, drawing clear, and Gangbuster goes home to beat Western Temple.
Strong performance by Gangbuster. We knew that this horse was capable of doing such a result. We talked to Trevor Andrews leading into the race as well, just about the way that with these 3-year-olds, you want to see a horse that can settle and then show a nice turn of foot. Gangbuster ticks all of the boxes. Darren Noske rode 54 kilos on that day as well, so you know that he thinks it's a serious animal. It was a really good win, winning by 0.8 lengths, but I don't think the win was that good that you can rule out a couple of the other chances in here, like the Western Temples and the Final Salutes as well. I think they're right in this race.
No, you're right, but as we mentioned at the top there, Adam, it was a tough day to run on. It and one other horse, I think, ran on that day and won. So I really like it. And Jared Noske, he'll ride a lot stronger at 56 as well. It's amazing what 2 kilos can do. Out of that race as well, though, Adam, we had Final Salute and also Western Temple, where the Cerise and White. Look, I've got Western Temple ahead of Final Salute, but I know a lot of other punters would have it the other way around. I just think Western Temple will be forward on the back of the speed and be there to finish. And 1800 metres suits. It's by Dream Ahead, of course, the same sire as Awaken, who won the listed race the other week, and out of Western Jewel, that wonderful staying family for Bob and Sandra Peters.
Peter Hall riding 54 kilos, you always have to take note of that as well. Look, Western Temple clearly is a nice horse. He's going to be in a nice position and will appreciate the 1800 metres as well. But I think out of the previous race that we looked at the replay, the Piper, that Final Salute run was the best in the race by a country mile, even better than the winner in Gangbuster. William Pike going on board with the 54 kilos. I think it's a massive bonus, gets a 2 kilo swing as well. I think it's one of the better bets of the day.
Adam, you're on top selection.
I'll be going with number 5, Final Salute here. From 1, Gangbuster, 2, Gadding, and number 11, Mike Croft.
I've got the 1 on top. Gangbuster, I think, is a really, really nice type of gelding. From number 6, Western Temple, the 5, Final Salute, and number 8, Friarest.
Race number 8 at Ascot. It is over the 1800 metres. It's a 66 plus event. And Mark, there's a Cerise and White galloper that's just starting to do exactly what we thought it was capable of.
Yeah, become nice and consistent. And we speak of Point, of course. Ran second last start behind the very smart Material Man.
2 lengths of Shalo, Settlers Creek, but here's Material Man. It's starting to get home down the outside, and so's Point. Barracky beats, tackled by Material Man. Point down the outside. Material Man hit the front, past the 100 though from Point, and then Barracky beats, but it's too good for the Material Man. Material Man draws away, went on to win it by a length and a
Good
half.
performance by Point, because you know that Material Man is a serious galloper. It's going to win plenty more in this prep as well. You go back 2 starts ago, it was a nice winning beating Tycoon Target, which has been really consistent in this prep as well. Glenn Smith rode it perfectly last start, as you can see in the replay, just beaten by a better galloper. It's as simple as that. Now William Pike takes a ride. Barrier 6, this horse is 1 from 1 over the 1800 metres. Someone else is going to have to really step up to be able to beat this galloper.
Yeah, the first time over 1800 metres since coming to Western Australia. Its last start over east on the Gold Coast was 1800 metres and won quite impressively. The breeding says it all there. High Chaparral out of Isabelle mare. It's been looking for this trip the whole time it's been over here. Great to see it finally get a chance. I think it's one of the better bets on the card. We've also got number 3 there, 11 seconds. Back to 1800 metres, a big positive for this galloper.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this is a massive positive. They were nominated for a couple of races here. I know they want to head towards the Bunbury Stakes as well. And look, the horse can stay. There's no doubt about that. We saw a nice performance last start over 2200 metres as well. But I think the 1800 metres is ideal. The last time it raced over this distance was in a 66 plus as well. Did carry 2.5 kilos less, but was still able to win by 3 lengths in impressive fashion as well. So if they're, this is a horse they're going to be catching. Fitness isn't going to be an issue. Brad Parnham riding really well.
Number 4, Blackwood there. It may read disappointing the first up run on paper, 11 of 16. It was only beaten 3.5 lengths and doing its best work late. It was a funny track at Pinjarra that day. They had a lot of rain in the lead up and then it dried out quickly, and you wanted to be right down the middle. She didn't get every possible, but she would have come on for that.
I'm with you as well. I think it was a really good performance, actually. This mare's down now. It's as simple as that. The old Blackwood, where she'd be able to sprint first up over 1200 and then put in another good performance over 1400 metres, that is well and truly gone. So the run over the 1300 metres on a day that didn't really suit was strong. Straight up to the 1800 metres, a big positive. Good tempo in the race. Barrier 4, she can definitely play a part here as well. But I'm going to go with our replay horse, number 2, Point. From 3, 11 seconds, number 10, Couleur Bazaar, and 4, Blackwood.
Yeah, one of the better bets on the card for myself, Adam. Number 2, Point. From the 3, 11 seconds, 1, Shalo, and number 4, Blackwood.
Time now to take a look at the best bets of the card, and I'm going to go with race 5, number 7, Maginica, and race 7, number 5, Final Salute.
Adam, we've been having a bit of luck in recent times. Let's hope we can keep it up here. I've got race 4, number 11, 3 votes, and race 8, number 2 point.
As we always do say, you can follow us on social media. You can see that on screen at the moment, our YouTube channel as well, and perthracing.com.au for all of the event information. Plenty more coming up on track, and we'd love to see you out there as well. On behalf of both of us, hopefully we found you plenty of winners.